San Antonio has become the NBA's most fascinating mystery. Up on ESPN.com, Ramona Shelburne and Michael C. Wright dive into just how the Spurs and Leonard got to this uncomfortable spot. A big sticking point. What exactly is Leonard's injury and how it should be treated? Our insider, Adrian Wojnarowski, explains what happens now.
Kawhi has not been back to San Antonio since he left the team late in the season. But I'm told that he would like at some point here to have an exit interview, which all players go through with the team at the end of a season, with Greg Popovich, and that may still be set up.
What's the timeline we're looking at here, potentially?
Hasn't been set up yet. They have time here, certainly. He's eligible for signing that Supermax extension in July. They have time here, but this is a conversation that both sides need to get going to see if there's a solution, a way to go forward together, or do they have to look at possibly a trade separating? There's a lot at stake here when those two sides sit down.
And Leonard is slated to become a free agent after next season. That'll do it for this update. Let's get you back to First Take.
Want to be remembered. I think Game 7 is always the greatest 2 words in sports.
James, that's a 2-pointer. Got it! 5 for 5 from the field. 13 first quarter points.
I told C-Lou that I planned on putting the whole game today.
To James drives, scoop layup, missed the follow, he banks it home, and the foul. Finds to shoot back to James for the layup. Oh, what a pass from Korver.
That's why he's the best player on the planet. He did it all for us this series.
I'm burnt right now. Just trying to do whatever it takes to help us win.
All right, the Cavs have won 6 straight playoff games versus the Raptors, and LeBron has been on fire, carrying the load for most of the first round. Game 1 of their second series begins tonight in Toronto. Stephen A., what do you expect from LeBron?
Not much, not in Game 1. He's a physical specimen, the likes that which we haven't seen in quite some time. We all know that. But, you know, talking about him being fatigued, knowing that Toronto doesn't have that ailment because they finished their series against the Wizards 2 days earlier, I think it's one of those situations where they're more rested and they've built this team to be able to throw just a bevy of bodies in his direction. And that's what I expect him to do tonight. You're going to need somebody else to step up. Now, that's not to say he's going to have a bad game. He might have about 20, 25, 27, 8 and 8, something along those lines. It's not going to be a porous performance or anything like that. But the Herculean performances that we're accustomed to seeing him put forth, particularly in pivotal moments, I don't think this is going to happen tonight. I think they're going to throw a lot of bodies at him, and they're going to dare somebody else with Cleveland to step up. And I think that as a result of it, if somebody doesn't, it could be a long night for Cleveland in Game 1.
As tired as LeBron looked after the last series, after Game 7, he even said it. He was spent. Like, you know, I agree that his legs probably won't be there early in this series, at least not in Game 1. So I expect him to struggle shooting from the outside. But I also think that dovetails with what LeBron sometimes does when he's kind of analyzing how to beat a team. It's not just watching tape. He's got to, watching video, he's got to find out for himself what his guys got against the given team. And sometimes I've noticed, and now the circumstances are different, because he comes into this series kind of needing a miracle to beat the Raptors, not like in previous seasons, where I think he felt very confident with Kyrie and a healthy Kevin Love. Let me find out what I need to do against this Raptors team. And sometimes I felt like he'd sacrifice a game or two early in the playoffs to figure it out. Sometimes even to get certain guys going so he could take them with him into the next round. So I think the fact that he'll have tired legs dovetails with what he might try to do anyway here, which is not simply to will his team to victory by scoring 44 points and grabbing 15 boards and dishing out 12 assists to some one of those crazy LeBron playoff games of late, but maybe getting teammates involved. I got to get JR going. I got to get Rodney Hood going. I got to figure out how I can lead this group of guys against this formidable Raptors team. And so I agree, not going to be a big statistical night for LeBron, partly because of tired legs, but I think it dovetails with what he sometimes does early in playoff series.
Got it.
All right, guys. LeBron will have full reaction to that Game 1, of course, tomorrow here on First Take. LeBron and the Land facing off against the East's best team tonight. Can't wait. More First Take after the break. Stay here.
Ignite the fire in you with Emergency Energy Plus. Natural caffeine from green tea to focus your mind. 7 B vitamins plus vitamin C to fortify you. Emerge energized with Emergency Energy Plus. Emerge and see.
Introducing Michelob Ultra Pure Gold. A beer inspired by nature. Made with organic grains for a pure, refreshing taste.